All right, welcome to my demonstration on how to make revolves in SolidWorks. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a model out of this screwdriver handle. So to revolve this, I just need to sketch this top half and then revolve it around this axis. So this is how you would do it in SolidWorks. Come on in here, click on this new sheet of paper. When this document comes up, if your window doesn't look the same as mine, there should be a word over here that says novice. Go ahead and click on novice and it'll take you here. Just double click on part. And that opens up a new part model for us. So the process that we're going to follow is, first thing, make sure your modeling units are set. Second thing, start a new sketch and choose which plane or face to create the sketch on. So in SolidWorks, check my units down here. Mine's set to IPS, so that's in inches. This screwdriver handle does happen to be in inches, so we're good. I can click on Sketch on the Command Manager, hover over the border of the front plane, and I'll left click there. Now I can start sketching this out. So this screwdriver, I'm going to sketch the lines and I'm going to add the arcs in later. And I'm going to do the lines, some relations, and then do the arcs. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to click on my line command, start the origin, go straight up, and I'm going to type in 0.75. I'm going to go straight to the right, type in 0.75. Hit escape one time, and then come back up to the command manager, click on line again. Come back to the origin, start my line at the origin, go straight to the right, 6.5 inches. And now I can start putting these arcs in. So I'm going to put this arc here at the back. So come up here to the arc command in the command manager, click on the little arrow next to it. For this one, I'm going to use a 3-point arc. So I'll click on 3-point arc. So the first click's the start point, second click's the end point, third click is just a point on the arc. So I'll start at the end of my horizontal line. I'll come on up. I can go ahead and line it up with that line that I already drew. So I'll click there and then just a point anywhere. So I'll just click something about like that. And now I've got that arc in there, so I can work with that. Come back, I'll draw another line. I'll connect my line to the end point of that arc and then just come straight over some distance about like that. Looks like about 3.5. And I'll click there and then hit escape. Now I'll start putting some relations on here. So I need this arc and this line to both be tangent. So I'll click on the line, hold down Control, click on the arc, and select tangent. I know I want these two lines to stay lined up, so I'm going to make those collinear. So click on one of the horizontal lines, hold down Control, click on the other one, and select collinear. I know I want this center point to always be on this horizontal line. That way it'll make this arc a 90-degree arc. So I'm going to click on my center point, hold down Control, select my horizontal line, make those two coincident. And now I'm going to go ahead and line up my end point and my center point just to make sure that that really is a 90-degree arc. So I'll select my center point, hold down Control, select the end point of my arc. I'm going to line those two up vertically. All right, so now I'll start putting some dimensions on here. So I'll click on my Smart Dimension command, start with this radius, make that 0.75. This line is 6.5 inches, so I'll put that on there. This line right here is 0.75. And now I'll hit escape a couple times, just make sure nothing's selected and no commands are running. I'm going to take this endpoint of my horizontal line, I'm going to move it in here closer. So just kind of close that gap in. Now I'll go ahead and draw this arc in and then finish this up. So I'll come back up here to my arc command, click on my little arrow, and for this I'm going to use a center point arc. So my first click is the center point, second click is the start point, third click is the end point. So my center point is going to be somewhere up here, so I'll click up here. And then first click is the start point, second click is going to be close to that end point, so I can't get it exactly, so I'll just put it somewhere down here below, like that. Now I can go ahead and click on the end point, hold down Control, select the end point of that horizontal line, and I can merge those 2 points together. Now those two are together. I'll hit escape a couple times, make sure nothing's selected, no commands are running, and I'll put the dimension on for the center point. So that's going to be from the center point to this edge will be 1.5. And then the size of this arc is a 1. So I'm going to put that on there as well. So just remember, when you're working with arcs, there's a few things to keep in mind. You almost always have to put the size of the arc on there, and then you've got to define the center point somewhere. As long as you do that, then you should be able to work with arcs okay. And then also just pay attention to whether you want it to be tangent. So between this arc and this horizontal line, I want a nice smooth transition. So I'm going to make that tangent. Here, I'm not going to make those tangent because I want it to be a square corner there. I don't want it to be a smooth transition. So my sketch is fully defined. I'm ready to revolve this. I can click on features. Come on over here, click on revolved boss base. SolidWorks already picks up my sketch. It just needs to know what do I want to revolve this around. So this box is blue, it's highlighted. I'll come in here, click on this bottom horizontal line. Gives me a preview. I can hit the green check mark, and that is my screwdriver handle. And that's really all there is to it. So you'll go ahead and save this with all of the rest of them, and then go ahead and print it off to show me that you completed it successfully, and I'll take a look at it when I get back. So thanks for watching, and good luck making revolves.